So what we will be building is a city. It's gonna be based on 3 things: high density residential zone, high density commercial zone to keep them happy. If they're happy, more people are gonna live there, so that is what we want. Office zones, because it's easy to work with, you don't have to manage a lot of traffic. We will probably be using some monuments, but we'll try it without monuments at first and then we will add them later on. So what is the most efficient layout? I know for a fact that doing a square layout like this is not the most efficient. We can do an easy comparison here. This here houses way more because you don't have a road in the middle. You can even go as far as to making it like this. 3 out, still better than this. Still better than doing 2 at a time. It's just a matter of how far should you actually extend it out. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Is every 4th an okay distance? I don't know when we start having issues, but I think 4 is how we're gonna do it this time. I can't really remember what I did in the last project, but we're gonna move out a little bit from here. First of all, we want to keep everything straight, so we're gonna take a ploppable roundabout and use that as a guideline, because it will be placed in a perfect 90 degree. We're just gonna go out like this with our snapping, and this is where we're gonna start our city. This will give us some room to work with and will just overall look pretty nice. Yeah, so let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay, how far do we go? That is a great question. We want to be able to get people around the city. I have some plan about how having highways on top, because it looks pretty, but that will take away a lot of overall capacities. We might have underground roads or something of that design. I'm not too sure yet. But it's kind of fun to make the project like this and not just make a video off of it once it's complete, because then we will be able to figure stuff out as we go along. And you guys will also be able to give me tips and tricks in the comments so we can make the best city ever. 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Damn it. But okay, so I will be making a quick time lapse here while I'm building this here. So I'll just be right back. So here we are, this is the square grid that we're going to use for our project. It might not be enough, it might be enough. There's only one way to find out, so we're gonna zone it and see what happens. But first, of course, we need to take care of a few things. We need to have, you know, water, sewage, electricity. So a lot of things that needs to be done. First of all, we're gonna fix this here so we can, you know, add some pumping, add some sewage, whatever it's called, treating plants. So I'm just gonna fix this here. Give it kind of a straight edge. Okay, I might need to place it in sections. That makes more sense. Let's do the same here, in sections. And I do not think we will be doing quays all around, just one straight line. What we will be doing now though is lowering the water again to roughly right about there. Now we will be adding a bunch of pumps right along here. And yes, this is gonna be a little bit repetitive, but that is just how it is in the beginning. I might even be able to speed it up a little bit. So there we go, that is the water pumping stations. Now I just need to add some pipes in between them. Damn, that is a lot of them. Crazy. Okay, so now for the sewage outlets, we're gonna start by using the nice ones in the beginning, and then we will see what will happen if we need to go and downsize in order to have more density. There we go, all connected. I'm just gonna connect all of these up. And now I have a way that I do this every time in order to keep it a little bit pretty, but also in order to have an area where I can have things like electricity generation and just some basic stuff like that. So I usually add a road that goes just behind all of these, just like so. That is perfect. And on here I add things like the fusion power plant if I want to use monuments. I'm thinking we're gonna do our own power generation here in the beginning. It's quite easy. Either we do like nuclear power plants, 640 megawatts per plant, or we go and do some of these modern things here like solar updraft tower, or something like the ocean thermal energy conversion plant. Jesus Christ. Yep, it's late. We're gonna place them all along here. I know it's repetitive, but hopefully I will be able to speed it up. Now everything is getting power. It's gonna suck up all the water. Just look at it. That's just here in the beginning now. Soon it's gonna stop. And it's gonna be fine. After some time. But I'll keep it at 1x speed, just so we have the game running a little bit more smoothly. Okay, power is down. We have roughly, oh my god, almost 10,000 megawatts. What is that? 10 gigawatts? We have 9 gigawatts at least. I don't know, these here don't seem to be, maybe they're not active due to not having enough water. Only water connected to them. Let's see if it changes. Oh, it did. 11.5 gigawatts. Damn, that is insane. And it doesn't, it looks, yeah, okay, that looks pretty wicked. God damn. But okay, we might even need more. I'm not too sure. All I can say is that we will need a shit ton of services, and not only that, we will need a way for the services to get around. I'm thinking we might do a highway going around, taking things around here. That is one way of doing it. Like the biggest issue we have with City Skylines right here, right now in this version, is if you put a fire station here, a fire station here. You see, one here, one here. If we have a building on fire up here, and this one doesn't want to take it, then this one will take it, and the fire trucks will be trying to go all the way over there, and the buildings are gonna burn down before they get there. Same thing with incineration plants, but of course with incineration plants the buildings do not burn down. Instead they accumulate a lot of garbage, they lower land value, people move out, and we will not be reaching our 1 million population mark. So what we need to do is make a system so that a lot of people are walking, but also so that our service vehicles can get around the city quite easily. I've been thinking about the highway system. We take one of these here, just go all the way around. Just like that. Same here, all the way down. Now, the biggest question is, where do people get on? Where do people get off? How do people get on? How do people get off? So, we start by connecting everything up. Then we will figure out how to do the entrances and exits. There's probably a good way to do it. So that is a pretty good frame around it. We're gonna do a quick save so we don't lose anything in case something goes wrong. So what we can do now is do roads like these, because it's easy to connect them. And we can do things like every 5th or something, we can do an entrance or exit. Or we do entrances on one side and exits on the other. That could make some sense, but there will be a lot of driving and they might not even take the highway if it's like that. Okay, so this is what we're gonna start with, just to see if anyone will use it at all. And down here we will go 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is a test just to see if anyone will use it at all. What we need now is services, and a lot of them. There's sneaky ways to increase land value. Do they fit? They do not. That is a shame. You can have a shit ton of these and you will have no issues with dead people when there's death waves, and you will have a bunch of increased land value. Probably better to use parks though and just use these here and there. We could use the entrances and exits to the highway as guidelines. That would make some sense for the services. I'm almost thinking about doing it. So I might just sit back, put on some music, do the time lapse, and I will see you once I've put down all the roads, all the necessary services, hospitals, crematoriums, fire stations, police stations. But time lapse time. Alrighty guys, here we are. The time lapse is done. Pretty much everything is built that has to be built. We got a shit ton of garbage trucks going out. I put this on the wrong side at first, but I fixed it now, so now it sits perfectly where it's at. We are having some garbage issues here and there, but it's gonna be fixed now once the garbage trucks are rolling out. We got expenses of roughly $500,000 per week, which is pretty damn insane. We put down all the pipes, all the parks, all the services, all the schools. We got water, got sewage, we got power. I think we got everything we need before we let hell loose. We will let people start moving in. But it is quite late for me here. It's been a long day, and this here did actually take quite a while to build, even though it looks pretty basic. There was a lot of buildings to be put down, and what I think is the next step is to zone it all and let people move in. I know that takes forever to let so many people move in, and I do want to make a pretty cool time lapse, just like I did in the other video / save. I just had a camera like this and I let everyone move in, and a giant city was built right in front of me, and I put it on a time lapse. It took like 2 days to record, and it turned out to become a 5-second time lapse. That was pretty insane, but I did really enjoy the result. So I might be making the same thing here, but one thing is for sure, that is gonna be in the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe for the next video where we let people move into the city. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.